Do you think that one artist can reclaim his voice when the shadows of a ruthless contract loom large? As Runtown finds himself ensnared in a web of legal battles and personal threats, will he rise above the chaos, or will the weight of his choices crush him? In this video, we will explore the life of Runtown and how he suddenly became the talk of the town. Please stay tuned. In the coming months, Runtown's music would take off, becoming one of the hottest tracks in Nigeria. This success led him to sign a new deal with Eric Many Entertainments, marking the start of a journey filled with musical achievements and legal challenges. Douglas Jack Agu, known as Runtown, was born on August 19, 1989. He is a Nigerian singer, songwriter, and producer with a unique style that blends hip-hop, R&B, reggae, and rap. Runtown moved to Lagos from Enugu State in 2007, where he began collaborating with other artists like Fino, J. Martins, and Timaya. In 2008, he and Fino launched a record label called Penthouse, releasing their first singles, Party Like It's 1980 and Activity Pekin. Runtown gained significant attention when he collaborated with Davido on the song Gallardo. This success helped him secure a multi-million naira contract with Eric Many Entertainment, founded by Prince Okwudili Umenyora, also known as Dilly. Fino and Runtown share a close bond, often referring to each other as brothers. They met in their teenage years and have supported each other throughout their careers. Together, they built Penthouse to create and release music. Despite Runtown's success with Gallardo, he faced financial challenges. A source close to Penthouse explained that although Runtown was earning revenue, it wasn't enough to elevate his career. Fino advised against seeking external funding, preferring Runtown to promote his singles independently. Dilly, the CEO of Dilly Motors, came into the spotlight due to his luxurious home in Lekki, worth $10 million. He had a complicated past, but by this time, he was a businessman and family man, married with 3 children. Runtown first met Dilly in 2014 through a mutual friend, Bugo Aneto Okeke. Bugo managed Eric Many and later managed Runtown until 2016. The initial meeting took place at Dilly's son's birthday party, where they discussed a potential record deal. After a few meetings, they agreed on a contract. Runtown signed a 2-year deal with Eric Many in May 2014, allowing him to control his creative direction and own his masters. The contract stipulated a 50-50 revenue split between Runtown and Eric Many, with Runtown also paying Bugo a 15% cut. However, tensions arose when Dilly wanted to have a larger influence on Runtown's creative process. Dilly's desire for Runtown to promote his name in songs was met with resistance. Runtown refused to sing Dilly's name unless it felt natural in his songwriting. As time went on, the working environment at Eric Many became chaotic. There were no clear structures and decisions were made impulsively. Dilly's brash attitude created difficulties with promoters, forcing Runtown to apologize and mend relationships. After recording his debut album, Ghetto University, Runtown was pressured to extend his contract. Dilly attempted to manipulate the situation by teasing a collaboration with Nicki Minaj, hoping to pressure Runtown into signing. Trouble began for Runtown in 2015 when he traveled to Las Vegas for the much-anticipated boxing match between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather on May 2nd. He had heard that DJ Khaled would be at a pre-event party, and a mutual friend was set to introduce them. Eager to seize the opportunity, Runtown flew to the US. After meeting Khaled, they recorded a song called Moneybag. Runtown invested a significant amount of his own money, between $40,000 and $50,000, hoping this collaboration would elevate his career. However, when he was ready to shoot the video in New York, his label called, telling him to leave immediately and fly to South Africa for another project. Confused, Runtown couldn't understand why his label didn't support his collaboration with Khaled. This controlling behavior was not new. In 2014, while Runtown was on vacation in London, Dilly had bombarded him with calls, demanding to know who authorized the trip. Runtown explained it was a personal vacation, but upon returning to Lagos, Dilly confronted him aggressively, even pulling out a gun and threatening him. Runtown was left scared and bewildered, unsure of what warranted such hostility. The threats escalated, with Dilly sending messages that included threats to Runtown's life and even plans to blackmail him with a fake sex tape. Sadly, the video shoot with DJ Khaled did not go ahead, and Runtown found himself financially drained from the expenses he incurred. Despite his struggles, Runtown secured a deal with a brewery and had shows lined up in Trinidad and Tobago. He believed these earnings could fund the Khaled video. However, Dilly failed to pay Runtown his share of the profits, which left him feeling betrayed. After reaching out to Khaled and confirming the video shoot, Dilly abruptly canceled, claiming there was no money available. Feeling defeated, Runtown decided he had had enough. He expressed that if he were receiving his rightful earnings, he could have financed the video himself. After returning to Lagos, he sent a contract termination letter through his lawyers, requesting all his owed payments. This action triggered a new wave of threats from Dilly, who claimed he would ruin Runtown's career. When threats failed to intimidate Runtown, Dilly tried to make amends by finally releasing some payments. However, Runtown soon discovered that he had only been compensated a handful of times over 2 years. On May 20th, 2016, Eric Maney sought a court injunction against Runtown, preventing him from performing in the U.S. A New York attorney argued that Runtown's actions could lead to significant financial losses for the label. The court agreed, issuing a temporary injunction against Runtown. After the injunction, both parties sought an out-of-court settlement, resulting in Eric Maney paying Runtown some overdue royalties and restructuring their agreement. However, it was revealed that Eric Maney had manipulated financial records, even listing Runtown's mother's burial as a company expense. Runtown's friends noted that he preferred to avoid confrontation, which allowed Dilly to take advantage of him. By November 2016, Runtown released Mad Over You, which became a massive hit, leading to sold-out shows across major cities. As insiders close to Runtown revealed, Dilly was eager to set up a final tour in the US and Europe to cash in one last time with the artist. However, Runtown turned down the offer, stating that he planned to tour after releasing his next album. Frustrated by Runtown's refusal to return to Lagos, Dilly decided to take legal action once again. Before filing in court, Dilly sent a letter to Runtown's personal manager and friend, Ifeanyi Nwune, claiming that he had been fired for abuse of marijuana. This marked a significant escalation in their ongoing feud. For the second time in 2 years, Eric Maney filed an injunction against Runtown, citing breach of contract. The court papers, labeled Suit Number FHCLCS 267-2018, accused Runtown of deliberately violating his contract. The statement claimed, "Runtown has been deliberately breaching his contract with us for a while. Despite our many appeals to him, he has refused to budge." It further noted that Runtown had traveled to Las Vegas for a show on January 13th, 2018, and was withdrawing from his contractual obligations, recording an album without the label's approval. Eric Maney's press statement outlined several grievances, including Runtown's collaborations with artists like Del B without the label's consent. They claimed Runtown was performing at venues and collecting fees without prior approval, which violated Clause 4.4.1 of his contract. This clause required Runtown to notify the label before engaging in any recordings or performances with other artists. Although Runtown's contract with Eric Many was set to expire soon, the label argued that he still owed them significant amounts of money. They claimed he had not repaid hundreds of millions in Naira for the Lamborghini Gallardo he purchased through the label. Additionally, they insisted that he still owed an album release through the proper channels. Eric Many also highlighted that Runtown had engaged in several collaborations without obtaining written approval, resulting in lost royalties. They asserted that Runtown had been warned multiple times about these actions, but had ignored their advice, prompting the label to seek legal intervention. In their statement, Eric Many confirmed the firing of Ifeanyi Nwune, labeling him a drug addict who smoked marijuana frequently. They promised to appoint a new manager soon. The label's legal claim sought 65 million naira in general damages for copyright infringement related to Runtown's collaborations on songs like Call Me and Weekend. They also sought an additional 5 million naira as legal costs. One of the collaborations mentioned, Weekend, featured Ugandan artist Sheba. This song was recorded during a tour stop in Rwanda, where Sheba performed for free, with Dilly present at the concert. The other song, Call Me, was a collaboration with South African rapper K.O., which Eric Many claimed to have no knowledge of, despite evidence suggesting Dilly had given his consent for it. As the legal battles continued, Runtown found himself caught in a web of contractual obligations, personal challenges, and creative aspirations. Fans are hoping that Runtown will get back to feet soon. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.